And a very good morning to you. It is Friday morning, the 21st of May, 2021. And this is your friend Angus Buchan with a thought for the day. If we go to the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 28 and one verse 6. He is not here, for he is risen, as he said. So come and see the place where the Lord lay. Jesus Christ is alive. He is not dead. I've been to Jerusalem. I've been to the tomb. It is empty because he has risen from the dead. I've also been to the tomb of King David, one of the heroes of Israel, and his remains are still there in that holy place. The sacred shrines of many other gods can still be seen. Their bones and their graves are still there, but not the Savior of the world, because he is not dead. In fact, he has gone ahead of us to prepare a place, an eternal home for you and for me. John chapter 14 and verse 2. I go to prepare a place for you. And what a home that will be. That gospel singer, Keith Green, who died at the age of 29 years old, he was an incredible ambassador for Jesus. He said in one of his concerts, if the Lord created the world and everything in it in 6 days, and he has been preparing our home in heaven for 2,000 years. He says, man, we're living in a garbage can. You know, I heard a lovely story once of a rich lady, and she lived in this mansion, and she had a servant. The servant was very poor, but this servant lady loved Jesus. She spent hours in prayer. She was an intercessor. She would take care of the poor and the needy on her off days. She spent all night in prayer often. She gave as much as she could to the church. And then she died and she went to heaven. And not long after, a couple of years later, the rich lady also died and went to heaven. And when she got to the pearly gate, St. Peter was waiting for her to take her to her home. And she was so excited. And she started walking down these streets of pure gold. And there were incredible homes on both sides of the street. And as they were walking, St. Peter said, you see this beautiful mansion? And the rich lady said, yes. She said, that's where your servant stays. So the lady got so excited. She thought to herself, well, I must have one incredible home waiting for me. And as they kept walking, the road stopped and turned into silver. No more gold streets, now silver streets. She carried on walking, and the street changed from silver to tarmac, from tarmac to dirt. And they were walking along this dirt road, and there wasn't very many houses, just small little shacks. And eventually Peter came and said, this is your home. It was a little shack made with a couple of sticks and a couple of sheets of corrugated iron. And the lady said, but there must be a mistake. What has happened? And St. Peter said, well, this is the only material that you sent us to build your home with. Now that's just a story, but you and I need to invest in heavenly things. Have a wonderful day. God bless you, and goodbye.